Here we go again. Another week, another video. Georgie's come up to say hello and good morning. And probably run away again. Morning, Georgie. You alright today? Did you have a party last night? No, obviously not. There we go. Right, let's climb the fence. I bet you can already see some changes we made since last week. But yeah. We'll discuss them in a second, because we've got big plans. Well, little plans, but big plans. This chicken here, you might have seen it in the previous ones I've said about it. I think I've caught it something like 8 times, and I've slung it back over with the other ones, but it just keeps coming back. It must believe it's a goose or a duck or something, because it just won't stay in with the chickens. Absolutely not at all. Blasted thing. Right, I'm going to get on with some chores, and I'll be back in a second and explain some of the things we've been up to this week and what we've got planned for the future. Okay, so that's the morning chores, just run round and done. Not a huge amount to do this morning, just give them a bit of feed and sort them out. So if we go into the coop, you can see in here there's a bit of poo, but that's fine. We're not a plastic farm, unlike the country file ones. So as you can see in here, we basically got it ready for the winter, and we're encouraging the birds in. If you remember, I had the issue with the birds that were staying outside. Now we've done this, we're encouraging them in. So we've got the water there, as was explained last week. The feed is hanging up here. That is actually off the ground. I don't know if you can see that there. If I just give it a quick... There you go, you can see it swinging off the ground. So that means that it's less attractive to smaller rodents coming in. We do still have a small rodent problem because we've still got holes in the outside that we've got to sort out. And we have put up a light as well. That light comes on at 7 in the morning, I think it is, and it goes off at 8 o'clock at night, which isn't too bad. So you've got the Orpingtons here that we hatched out in July, just coming under attack from one of the leghorns that we brought at the last auction. But there's one of them. I'll see if I can get hold of it. Let me see. Right, is this not a 1980s punk rock chicken? See, look at it. All the gold in there, the big hair. That is pure. You know, you expect it to be singing something by Susie Quattro. Look at it. There we go. Anyway, right. I'm too young to remember those sort of things. Yes, I did just pick you up. So, yeah, that's what's going on in here. There's the bluebell chicken. I think she's getting a bit broody, which is a bit concerning. We come in every morning and she's sat in there, but she is being kicked out by the other birds, which is good. So fingers crossed it won't last too much longer, because at the minute we can't be doing with not having that nest box. So, let's go outside. I'm trying to close the door behind me, but it's not closing. There we go. No, that's still not closed. Right, I'll sort that out in a second. Where should we go? Should we go for the geese? Let's go for the geese. So as I said, we got that one chicken, stupid chicken, thinks it's a duck or something, just won't come in. If you look up here where we've got the shelter, because they're not actually using the shelter at the minute, I've put the layers bin up and in there, because where it was with the other food bin, just down here, it was getting wet and soggy, and then obviously it was clogging up and it was good for nothing. So yeah, we put it up there for the time being. That is going to be used because we're going to be pairing up the geese start of next month. What are we now? With December, the start of December. So for the start of January, the geese are going to be paired up, split up, ready for when they start laying, just to make sure that we get pure breed ones, because obviously having them as purebreds is worth more to us as a chick than it is if we just have random eggs and just eat the random eggs. So we want to keep them as pure as we can. Unfortunately, the Steinbeckers, there's Lady Steinbecker there, she's a bit old, so she doesn't really lay too many eggs. So we might be lucky and get a couple of eggs out of her this year. Maybe get a couple of Steinbecker chicks. But when we think about the amount we paid for Georgie, say for example, or the... there she goes, look at my wings. Or the amount we paid for the Steinbeckers or These ones here, the wife says they're Frenkel geese or something like that. I don't know the breeds of geese, but the amount we pay for them as pairs, and the amount they go for at auction is just like a single, when it's not one of the Emden geese, it's worthwhile to us if we can pair them up, hatch the eggs, raise them up a little bit, and then sell them on. Which obviously, when we've got to pay for the feed and everything else like that, like our feed bill here is about £30 a week. I think it's under 30, but it's 3 bags of feed, and the bag of feed ranges between £7 and £9 a bag. So there you go, that's more of the Orpingtons. We're going to be taking some of them out soon and put them into the freezer. So the growers that we brought at the last auction, they were a lot more growers than I thought they were, as in they were a lot younger than what I originally thought they were. They got a bit of cauliflower in there. We picked some up from a greengrocer that was off. So yeah, they were in there, so we've extended their run, so they've now got this great big run. And they seem to be liking it. I think one's picked up a little bit of a... No, it's just a bit of leaf that's on it. It's alright, I just saw a flash of red on one of them there. They're doing alright, they're crossbreeds. A couple of them are going to end up with hairy legs. But they are a little bit bigger than the ones we've got at home. If you remember, we got the birthday chickens at home. They were born in October. So I reckon these guys were probably born September, late September sort of time. So they're just a couple of weeks ahead of what we've got at home. We got the 2 at home still. So let's move along. The bit everybody's probably wondering about is Mrs. Sicknote. God, look at them all gathering around together, having a good old gossip. And you can see in there we got Mrs. Sicknote. Hello, Mrs. Sicknote. How are we? And yeah, she's like, what? What are you doing? Right, let's go in there and have a look. It's a bit tricky getting in a minute. I'll explain that in a second. So, as you would be well aware, Mrs. Sicknote has been to the vets. We had respiratory issues, we had mite issues, we had everything else issues. And if I just try to go nearer, there you go, you can see she's a lot more alert. She's a lot more keen to get going. And she is really perking up. The comb on her head's gone back up. She is regrowing the feathers. She's no longer got that nasty rattle to her. And that has just been a case of just leaving it. Whatever the respiratory infection was that was going around everybody, including her mate here, right on cue, seems to have passed. So they seem to be getting over it, which is good. Quite pleased with that. Right, last thing, because I can see I'm wanted in another part. Yeah, in a second. Right, squeezing round, between, through, up, over, under. There we go. Right, you can see I've put up the second container. I don't know what you call them. Run, I suppose would be the right word. But I haven't covered it in the wire yet. So that's going to go there. And the plan is we're going to cover this one in the wire, get that one done, and then we're going to move the poorly chickens, if they're still poorly, which I don't think they are, but we would move them from there into there, and then we'll turn that one so it's on the same orientation as this one. So we'll have entrance here and entrance here. Then we can use one, it's just going to be for quails. So we're going to be able to get plenty of quails in there, and one will be used for growers, hospital, or next year the plan is that we're going to get some pure breeds, like we've got the Sussexes. Might just breed some Sussexes, and obviously we'll put them in there to make sure that the cockerel gets with the girls and that we don't end up with crossbreed hens or anything else like that. So yeah, that's the plan for next year. But we've still got quite a bit of work to do. So, right, thanks for watching again. Sorry it's just a quick little one this week, and I'm not going to be doing very much other than just talking on it. I will leave you with views of stupid chicken. And please like, please comment, please subscribe, please share, please do whatever it is that people do. And until next video, bye bye.